Hey, I'm Michelle Clay, and today I'm going to have a short video that talks about the connection between sleep and your weight. I am a family nurse practitioner. This is my dog Barkley, and I help patients lose weight and optimize their health and well being. Okay, so when we talk about sleep, it's important for a lot of things besides your weight. So, just to talk about those briefly, sleep is super important for your body to repair. If you've ever wondered why you get so sleepy when you're sick, that's why. It's because your body needs those extra resources to help you to heal. And it also is when your body recharges. So, you can think about plugging in your cell phone every night. Then you can think about sleep as being that recharge for you as well. It also helps your brain to work better, so you have better clarity. It also improves your mood. It helps in strengthen your immune system so that you don't get sick, and it also helps regulate your hormones. Now, two of those hormones in particular that are really key for your weight are leptin and ghrelin. And leptin is the hormone that says, I'm full, and ghrelin is the hormone that says, I'm hungry. So when we don't get very good sleep or not enough sleep, our leptin levels are decreased and our ghrelin levels are increased. So we have less of the I'm full and more of the I'm hungry. So you just tend to be hungry. You tend to be not satisfied and want to eat all the time. So when you get good sleep, it's almost like having a built-in appetite control. Sleep is also really important to your metabolism. When you don't have good sleep, it's like you're just slowed down. It's like your car is stuck in mud. It actually decreases your metabolism. Whereas if you sleep good and well, then it actually increases your metabolism, which of course will make it easier for you to burn extra calories and keep your weight balanced. Another important factor with sleep and your weight is its impact on insulin. So, insulin, if you can, is a hormone, but you can almost think of it as like a key that unlocks your cell. And that key opens your cell so that your blood sugar that's in your blood but outside of the cell can get inside the cell where it can be processed and turned into energy. So, I've had patients before and their main complaint was fatigue, just overwhelming fatigue, and do a little digging and they were diabetic and didn't know it, because when you get to that point your body is not metabolizing sugars and therefore your energy processing system is kind of broken. So when you don't get a very good sleep, this key, your insulin key, doesn't work. So you have decreased sensitivity to it. Whereas if you do get sleep, you can almost think of it like oiling the key. It just goes right in, opens up, and allows that blood sugar to go into your cell where it can be utilized for energy. Sleep also has a big impact on your mood and your emotional health. It can, when you don't have enough sleep, everyone I think can attest to this. You have increased stress, you have more anxiety, and it can even lead to depression. And all of those things can often lead to emotional eating, where we're reaching for comfort foods, which are typically not the best choices. So that's a kind of a connection there between your mood, sleep, and your weight. So let's look at some tips on getting some better sleep. Now, ideally, for most people, it's going to be 7 to 9 hours, somewhere in that in that ballpark of what you need. There's a very small percent that can function well on less than 6 hours. All of us can go occasionally with less than 6 hours and feel okay the next day, but an ongoing amount, it's probably not going to give your body the time it needs for all those good things that we just talked about. So you want to create a bedtime ritual. Now, I know when my kids were little, um, did all the things to try to help them to sleep well. If they slept well, I slept well. And so let's get our pajamas on, let's brush our teeth, let's read a story. And all those things signal, hey, it's time to wind down and get ready to go to sleep. And it's the same thing for us. We need our own bedtime ritual, whether it's, washing your face, flossing your teeth, brushing your teeth, um, reading a book, whatever it might be. Just try to do the same thing every night so that your brain's like, okay, it's time for me to start winding down. You also want a routine for your sleep schedule as well. Your body really thrives on routine. It helps to regulate your internal clock. So, as much as possible, try to go to bed and get up at the same time every day, including on the weekends. And I know sometimes you want to sleep in on the weekend, and if you need to, obviously do that. But for the most part, generally speaking, you want to try to go to sleep the same time and get up about the same time every day. You want to avoid stimulants. That's pretty well known. Don't drink a cup of coffee before you're trying to go to bed, but also just don't do stimulating activities. Don't watch a really stimulating TV show or um, go for a run right before you're trying to settle down to go to sleep. Just try to start winding down. Also, be really aware of even the tiniest lights in your room where you're sleeping, because the smallest lights, the rising cones in your eyes, are very perceptive at picking up the smallest amount, and that can impact your sleep. Even just a small little light on the TV, they do have little black stickers that you can get from Amazon that you can place over those dots of light, and it still allows your remote to work, but it would block the light. So as much as you can, blackout curtains, just really make it like a cave in there as much as you can. Also, you want to be sure that your room is what I would call cold. So ideally, it should be between 60 and 68 degrees. That's the best temperature for your body, and that helps some other things as well related to your sleep. It actually increases your melatonin levels. It lowers your stress hormones, and it signals to your brain it's time to sleep. Also, speaking of melatonin, there are some supplements you can take. Some people just have trouble sleeping. They can do all of those things and still have trouble sleeping. So you may need a little extra something. Or you may be an okay sleeper like I am, but I want to sleep better if I can. So there are some supplements you can take. These are just over the counter you can get. Melatonin, of course, I think most people are familiar with that. Valerian root is a calming supplement as well. They call it Nature's Xanax. And then CBD. I personally use CBD. I take a gummy every night. I use the brand called Soul, Soul, and it's designed for professional athletes or medical professionals, people who cannot have CBD that has any THC in it. So this particular brand has zero THC, but it does have the good cannabinoids in there that are good for sleep. And I can really tell a difference in myself personally. And then physical activity. Of course, physical activities is, we know, good for weight loss, especially weight maintenance. But being physically active really improves your sleep. It helps you have a deeper, more restful sleep. So even a small amount would make a difference. There was a recent study out that says they found just 11 minutes of exercise a day makes a huge impact on your health. So, if you're not a normally active person, just start with a really something super small and just build up and aim for just some activity a day, and that'll make a big difference on your sleep. Okay, that's it for today. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please just reach out to me. Thanks.